We all know someone who seems to excel in every financial aspect of life. They have a great job, great investments, and a great side hustle. Most people look at this person and think, they have some secret ingredient that I don't have. Well, that simply isn't true. These people are just like you and me. The only difference is, they have already put into place the habits necessary to attract massive amounts of wealth. Hello, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, we make content weekly about how to take control of your financial situation. In this video, we are going to go over the 10-step game plan for becoming financially free. But before we dive into step number 1, let's remind ourselves of a very simple but true concept. In order to gain financial freedom, you need to be making more money than you are spending. Step number 1. What is your current financial situation? It's time to turn and face the facts, or the music, or whatever. How much money do you spend? How much money do you make? Do you have any debt that needs to be paid off? I'm sorry, but these are the hard-hitting questions that I get paid the big bucks to ask. Like we stated previously, saving money is widening the gap between how much money you spend and how much money you earn. So it's obvious why having a clear picture of both is important. Step number 2. Reduce where you can. After getting a handle on how much money you are spending on a monthly basis, it's then time to see which areas can be trimmed down. The biggest areas for improvement are always going to be your biggest expenses. Logically, you can save more if you spend 10% less on a $1,000 car payment than if you were to cancel Netflix or grind your own coffee beans at home. With that being said, however, I know we all have a few subscriptions that we probably don't use enough to justify paying for them. Step number 3. Make a budget and set goals. Now that you've got a heartbeat on your current financial situation and know how much money you need to get by, it's time to start a budget. If you can automate your expenses each month, you'll know exactly how much you'll have left over at the end. With that extra income, you can use some to spend on yourself, but you should also start setting aside a certain amount each week or each month for your investments or your debt payments. Staying consistent with hitting your savings target each month is the key to eventually building up enough money to create even bigger income streams. Step number 4. Get out of debt. This time period is also a great time to take a look at reducing any debt you have with large interest rates. Becoming financially free while in debt can be extremely difficult, as most passive income streams won't yield the same results as the high interest rates of credit cards and other loans. If you had $10,000 worth of credit card debt with an interest rate of 26% and didn't make a payment for a full year, you'd owe about $13,000. If you took that same $10,000 and invested it in Coca-Cola, a safe dividend stock, and reinvested those dividends for a year, your investment would only be worth about $10,300. Step number 5. Educate yourself. After you have taken the time to track your spending and you've made a goal to either get yourself out of debt or to start a nest egg of savings, it's time to invest in yourself. Making money is as much a skill as playing soccer or driving a Formula 1 car around a racetrack. So if those athletes invest in themselves by pouring millions of dollars into their bodies or by doing scientific research behind what leads to success in their fields, then you should probably be doing the same thing and investing in what makes you richer. And there's no better way to do that than to educate yourself and make yourself genuinely more valuable. Take online courses and skills in high-paying and high-demand areas. Listen to podcasts about daily habits that lead to a healthier lifestyle. Watch YouTube videos like this one about developing good financial habits that lead to economic success. If you're looking for an easy place to start taking online courses, then click the link in my bio for a free trial to sign up for Skillshare. Step number 6. Increase your main source of income. All of that education is about to pay off. If you've steadily focused your efforts on becoming more valuable and learning skills that are in high demand in today's job market, then there's no reason why you don't deserve higher pay. If you've been at the same job for over a year and you feel like you should be compensated more, then do some research and see what competitors are offering their employees doing the same job that you're doing. It couldn't hurt to then take this information and ask your boss for a raise in a professional manner. I'm not saying you should jump ship and completely abandon your job, but I am saying you should explore options in increasing your main source of income. If you're enjoying the video so far, please take just a second to click the subscribe button. That way you won't miss out on more great content like this. Step number 7. Start a side hustle. We've already made efforts at adding more to our bottom line in multiple ways. We've reduced the amount we spend, and we've tried to increase the amount of our salaried income. Now it's time to explore other ways to add another source of income in the form of a side hustle. These side hustles can be anything from doing helpful tasks around your neighborhood, like dog walking or lawn care for quick cash, to doing freelance gigs on websites like Fiverr or Upwork. If you have a car, then driving for apps like DoorDash or Uber Eats is a great way to earn a little supplementary income as well. It's important to add a side hustle during this process because it helps us widen the gap between how much money we're spending and how much money we're earning way quicker. This pillar of your financial success story isn't an easy one to institute. It obviously takes some sweat and some elbow grease. I mean, it is called a hustle, but this addition to your money-making repertoire will become invaluable in the long run. Step number 8. Invest. Okay, so we've managed to get a good picture on our current financial situation. We've also made some serious efforts in widening the gap in both directions. So we should have a little extra cash flow coming in now. With most of our time already dedicated to our job and our side hustle, we need to discover a way of making money that requires little to no time. Investing your money in the stock market, primarily in dividend stocks or ETFs, has long been lauded as one of the safest and most secure sources of passive income. Stocks that offer dividends are usually mature, stalwart companies whose share prices are less erratic than most stocks on the market. Investing in a stock that has a long history of increasing its dividend and a steady share price is about as safe as it gets for long-term passive income. Robinhood is an excellent place to start investing because of two features they offer. Number 1 is fractional share buying. This means if Coca-Cola is selling for $60 a share, but you only have $30, you can still buy half a share of Coca-Cola. And 2, they have dividend reinvestment programs, or DRIPs, that you can enable, where your dividends are automatically reinvested into the stock. Step number 9. Live within your means. You've got a great plan laid out before you, and within months, maybe even weeks, you should start to notice some minor improvements. You'll see that your increased income should give you a little bit more flexibility when it comes to your necessary expenses. While we fully endorse the idea that you should live in the moment and indulge when you can, we are also subtly reminding you not to make any drastic changes that will throw your whole game plan off course. Upgrades are fine, but you should always have a firm grip on where your means lie and be able to live within them. Step number 10. Stick to the path and your goals. There will be countless temptations all along the way for you to throw away all of your hard-fought efforts. You will have to say no to expensive vacations or nights out with your friends. You'll have to keep scrolling past that targeted Instagram ad that seems like it was just destined to hit your feed. But it will all be worth it when you finally achieve the ultimate goal of becoming financially free and independent. These minor sacrifices are nothing compared to the eternal joy that passive income streams and freedom will bring you. Becoming wealthy is probably the most commonly shared goal throughout all of mankind. Whether you want money to buy a soccer team, or to buy your own private island, or to just simply be able to pay your bills on time without stress, the want is something we can all relate to. I'm telling you, this goal is entirely achievable. It doesn't happen overnight, and there isn't one magic trick that will turn you into a billionaire within a month's time. But if you can take these habits and these tips and learn to apply them in your life, then you too can gradually achieve your financial goals. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. Please take a second to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on more amazing content.